causative verbs. What are they? Sometimes things just happen, and sometimes other people or things make them happen. They cause them to happen. When we want to talk about it, that's when we will talk about causative verbs. There's a lot of them. The most common ones are let, make, have, get, and help. The basic pattern they follow is causative verbs plus person or thing plus verb in its base form. It's like saying, look what you make me do. We'll show you how to use them. They're a bit unusual, so we fix common mistake and explain their meaning.
Now, let's talk about the verb make. Traditional construction is make plus person plus verb. We use this verb to express that we force someone to do something. For example, he makes his friends laugh, or they made their son clean the garage. If we pay attention to the meaning now, we can see that whether it's involuntary, for example, he makes them laugh, or voluntary, they have him tidy up the garage. The subject of the verb make laugh or make clean is the investigator of the following. Now, let's compare the difference between French and English regarding to the construction of the sentence. We can see that we often use to complete the sentence. For example, he was made to wait. Now, what's the difference between have and make through this following sentence? Peter made Mary pour him a drink. Peter had Mary pour him a drink. With make, Peter is seen as the investigator. It is understandable that he has no doubt required Mary to serve him a drink. With have, Peter is perceived to have benefited from a situation. Mary poured him a drink, and he took the opportunity to extend his drink. He did not want to impose anything. So, to put in a nutshell, if we look at the translation, with make, Peter forced Mary to serve him a drink. With have, Peter was served to drink by Mary.
Get. Get is a causative verb used to convince or encourage someone to do something. We can use the construction get plus someone plus to plus infinitive to get someone to do something. This means that you cause the other person to do the action, maybe by paying them to do it, or by asking them to do it, or by persuading them to do it. For example, in the three sentences, Susie got her son to take the medicine even though it tasted terrible. How can parents get their children to read more? And the government TV commercials are trying to get people to stop smoking. These three sentences show the convincing aspect and the using of the causative verb get. Then, sometimes this construction has the feeling that we needed to convince someone to do something, while the other construction, have someone to do something, is a little bit more neutral.
We're going to talk about the verb let. This verb permits to something to happen. Its grammatical structure is let, had person or thing, had a verb, base form. With the next examples, we're going to see that let is a verb that allow or permit something. I don't let my kids watch violent movies. Mary's father won't let her adopt a puppy because he's allergic to dogs. Our boss doesn't let us eat lunch at our desk. We have to eat in the cafeteria. Oops, I wasn't paying attention while cooking and I let the foods burn. Don't let the advertising expenses surpass $1,000. Remember, the past tense of let is also let. There is no change. We can note that the verbs allow and permit are a more formal way to say let. However, with allow and permit, we use to plus verb. I don't allow my kids to watch violence movies. Our boss doesn't permit us to eat lunch at our desk.
I will now explain the verb have. It's used to give someone else the responsibility to do something. Here exists two grammatical structure. First, you can use have plus person plus verb in past form. And the second is have plus things plus past participles of verbs. I will explain two examples. The first example is for the first grammatical structure. Example is I will have my assistants call you to reschedule the appointment. You can see that I want that my assistants call me. I give the responsibility to reschedule the appointment. The second example is the businessman had his secretary make copy of the report. I give to the secretary to make copy. I give the responsibility to do something. For the second grammatical structure, I'm going to have my hair cut tomorrow. I give the responsibility of of someone else to cut my hair, and we are having our house painting this weekend. My house will be painting by another people.
Let's review. Like most of the time, use of verbs have an influence on the general meaning of the sentence. To use causative verbs properly, you have to be aware of the situation in which you can use those verbs. For example, we'll use the verb make when we require someone to do things they don't want to do. When you force them to take an action, it is often an order or rule. We'll use the verb let when we allow them to do things they usually want to do. When you permit them to do so, or when you permit something to happen. We'll use the verb have when we want to have something down and we give someone else the responsibility to do that thing. We'll use the verb get to refer to someone convincing or encouraging another person to do something. We'll use the verb help when we want to refer to someone who assisted you, or when we want to refer to something that helps you to do something else. Remember that the structure is always the same and will not change neither if the sentence is in the imperative, negative, or interrogative form. It is also working with all the tenses form, past, present, and future. As we described it, be careful of the use of the word to in your sentences. To improve your English furthermore, be careful to study well your grammar courses.